Okay, so we're gonna go, and I'm gonna start with you, and so we're gonna roll record in about 1 minute's time. I'll give a little talk about the festival, about what's happening, and then I'll introduce you, and you and I'll have a little discussion. How does that sound? Hi everybody, my name's Scott Hillier, independent film director and president of the AAIFF Film Festival Group, which has 4 film festivals under our flag: the All African Independent Film Festival, the All Americas Independent Film Festival, ECU, the European Independent Film Festival, and the festival which we'll be talking about today, which is the All Asian Independent Film Festival, which will be taking place in Cambodia on the 12th, 13th, and 14th of December. Today we've got a filmmaker who's in official competition here to talk to us. But before we do, I'm just going to have a quick play of a cinema trailer, which is going to explain exactly what we're going to be doing in Cambodia in a couple of weeks' time. So it's all very exciting, and I'm looking forward to it immensely. We've got some great films from all over Asia, and as well we'll be putting in some films from our other festivals from Europe, Africa, and the Americas, just to give everybody over there, our audiences, an idea of what's happening. We'll also be conducting a series of workshops during the festival on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as well as a couple in other universities and schools around Phnom Penh. Please keep an eye on our website, which will give you updates about where that's going to be and how you can attend. I will get to the question and answer / talking about a filmmaker's film shortly, but before we do, I just want to show everybody the first time officially the All Asian Independent Film Festival 2025 sizzle reel. So there you go. That's our sizzle reel for this festival, which is coming up. We're very excited, and it's good to see. And now we're going to go. We have a very talented film director here, who's joining us to tell us a little bit about him and a little bit about his film. So the director of Curse or Wish. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Well, yes, my name is Philip. I'm from Cambodia. So nice to meet you, everyone, and hope to see you guys in Phnom Penh soon. So my film title is A Curse or Wish, which means a something that we are trying to wish for, but it's suddenly at the time we also it's counted as a curse for the main character. So my film is about a girl who live in a separate family. She's trying to spreading the love from her mother and her father. But at the time, even they're living with a bad situation, but she's still having hope to live and to study and trying to strengthen her mentality for her family. So it's also about my film. At the end, which means that she didn't asking her father to coming back, but she trying to live stronger because life is more improving more and more. So that's all about my film.
So it was a wonderful film. I think it was very subtle and very delicate and very nice. Tell me a little bit about the actors and actresses. Are they professionals?
Yeah. All all the actor in my film are professionals. First, we got the actress as a mother, Miss Tontanet. She also an international actor from Cambodia, also a famous one. So recently, her film is screening in international like for Cambodia. As we know, the film of Tenement. This is
Hmm.
from Cambodia. If everyone can see it, yes.
Yeah.
Also, the father actor also he have a much experience from acting, like almost. By the way, since I can see him acting since I was young. I was studying grade four. He's very skillful, and the doctor actor. And at the time, she also a professional actor from Cambodia. So she's acting in a feature film and many films, which have a small daughter, a small girl. So people prefer her. Yes.
No, they was all very, very, very well acted and fabulous. As I said, it was a very delicate, subtle touch. How long did it take you to shoot the film?
Uh, for the shooting, we have only 2 days. 2 days for shooting, but for the 2 days we spent 38 hours, for 48 hours. So everybody
Wow.
didn't sleep. We are trying to work to complete it.
When you're an independent film director and shooting a film in 2 days, there is no sleep. Sleep just does not exist.
Yeah.
One thing I grew up as a cinematographer that I think the pictures were extraordinarily well done. Who's the cinematographer?
Uh, but the cinematographer is from he also my classmates. His name is Lin. So we people who come in this project. We are classmates from a film class. So before we used to have a short term class, and after that we know each other and we have formed as a team. So we are trying to make a short film to apply in international festival. So the thing is we have the same visions. Yes.
Well, it's very important. A director and a director of photography must have the same visions, but it's very, very beautifully shot and very well directed.
Mhm.
How did you come up with the
Well, I
idea?
think
Was this a true story that you heard or thought of, or was this just all imagination?
for this film, it is inspiring from my friends. real life. So first, she is my friends in high school. So at the time, we was meeting each other, and she also want me to make a film. But I think like first thing I think like it's not really interesting. But I'm trying to listen and I try to sit down and listen what she's trying to tell me. So after that, I can find something more than that, because at the time my friend has something like a mental disorder, because she suffer from a mentally from a family or something. So she want me to make a film, which is a good memory for her. So and in the real life, I think it's more darker than this film, but I try to make it with the art or something to mix up the emotional something. After she watched it, she feel it as a memory for her, and it's a good memory for her. It's not a bad one. So I believe that when she watched my film, she's getting better, and she's feeling like you have you have more stronger than what you told me.
Well, that's
Yes,
great. Now, the power of cinema, right? Is telling the things.
yes.
In these
It's a
two,
soft
yeah,
power.
in these two very, very busy days and nights that you shot, were there any challenges that you faced that you just thought, wow, this is going to be a difficult thing to get over?
Well, what challenge the most is about budget, because we are trying to make it a like short film, but we make a short film, but with a quality. So budget is very challenge for us. Also, like for example, what challenge for me the most is like in the original script, we also have 38 scenes to
Okay.
finish in the in 2 days. So in the last day, we are only finished 30 scenes. So there are more 8 scenes to complete. So what challenged me the most is that we need to delete 5 scenes, but we have to find another. We have to write or make more scenes or more important scenes on during on sets, and to just just to make it more meaningful than another 5 scenes.
Wow, that
So
must
it's
have been
very challenging for me.
that's a big,
Yes.
that's a very, very big challenge. And here, and again, just for the technical aspects of this, how long did it take you to edit a film? Because shooting a film is fun and stressful, but editing a film is sometimes like being thrown in prison.
Okay, for the editing time, we are honest in honesty, this film we finished on June 2024, and the editing also if you finish like sound design editing or coloring something, we have spent only I don't know, but we finished around February 2025. 2000, yeah, something. So it's almost 7 months to complete it. And what is the challenge for me is that it is a drama short film, so we need to building more emotional or something. But the emotional building in the short film is very challenging for me. Honestly, it's very hard.
Well, I mean, that's the I read something or I listened to a podcast the other day with somebody talking about that, and they said a short a short film is an event, and a feature film is where you can develop characters and emotions. I don't necessarily agree with it, but if you stuck with just an event, it would be an easier task because all of us try and get a lot of emotions and character into a short film, and it's very, very hard. But you did very well, man, very, very well. So we're in the sixth year of the All Asian Independent Film Festival. There's going to be 28 films from 16 countries competing in the competition, with the big prize being Asia's Best Independent Film 2025. How does it make you feel to be competing in a international film festival in your hometown?
Well, first, it's a surprise of Cambodia that we are hosting a big event. Honestly, I'm really proud of the event also, and also I'm really excited that I can join it with a lot of good director from any countries, and it is the first time I can meet everyone. Well, that's my good that's a good experience and good opportunity for me. As also, I'm a new filmmaker, and it's great for me. I really love it.
Excellent. Well, we're going to be very, very excited to have you there. That's for sure.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I'm gonna pass you on to Rodrigo, who's the festival manager, and he's going to do a
Yeah.
little quick round of tours with question and answers with the ECU crew, which is sitting here listening to your every word, very excited. So it's over to you, Rodrigo.
Perfect, thank you. So our first question actually comes from Jenna.
What advice would you give to an aspiring filmmaker?
Hello.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
yes. Can hear you again.
What advice would you give to an aspiring filmmaker?
Oh yeah. What's my advice? Like, I want to tell everyone that film is a community works. So if you want a good film, have to work as a community. So like every group, everyone involved in your projects are the main actor. So as a director, we also have a one power to work on sets, but we cannot miss everyone on set. So yeah, that's from me. And for the new filmmaker, first thing they need to do is like first to love the film. If you have a mad desire from this, you will be complete everything. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Question for you, you work with. Sorry, I have a question for you. You work with young actress, and it's basically the main character of the film. Sometimes it's hard for some filmmakers to work with such young people. Was it challenging for you, and what advice can you give us to work with child actors?
Okay. Honestly, working with character is really challenging. Uh, when I remember my professor told me that the hardest thing on set is like first is animal, child also it's very hard to work with. But uh, for me, I try to challenge what I want to do. Working with a child actor is very challenging because first one we need to follow what they want. Also, we cannot give all our temper to them like, hey, you can't do this, do that. No, we need to try. We need to say something like encourage them, asking, oh, okay, what do you want after this scene? You can rest. We need to give them a space or something until they follow us. I remember what challenged me in the first night when we finished only like 10 scenes. So we have 20, another 20 scene more. The girl asking that I'm not well, I need to sleep. So we cannot force her, right? So yeah, okay, let's sleep. So we move the set for tomorrow. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is challenge. This is very challenge. But the thing is that we need the quality. So we had to follow them. Also, we have we need to tell her something that okay, after this scene, you will get this. I'll get what you want. Blah blah blah. Something. Yes.
Perfect,
So
thank you.
be cold and calm to work with the child actor. Yes.
That's very good advice. Our last question comes from Gloria.
Hi, nice to meet you. My question is, working with kids is difficult. How did you manage it?
Mine on set, right? Hello.
So yeah,
Can I hear you again?
nice to meet you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, yes.
I wanted to ask if there is any new project you're working on and you want to share with us.
New project recently, right? So in my I also have another new project, which is a experiment film, like short film, which is directed by five director. So it's the film is about mental, the five state of mental when people getting angry. So the film is we just want to experience from each part from the five group of people, each part of director. So like a five director, we are trying to manage each grief. For example, denial, depression, or something. So after I think this film is we finished in we already finished in June, and now also we getting award a best a second best award in our local film also. And what I learned from this film is about like for people, we also have a different color, a different taste, but we trying to make the film is very smoothly during directing. So yeah,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Okay, Pilot, that was great. Thank you very, very much for that, and thank you to the crew for the questions. We've been joined by Don, who is the director of the feature film No Time for Goodbye. It's a real pleasure to have you on board. Don is a Hong Kong film director, screenwriter, and producer. A very well recognized and awarded journalist in Hong Kong before he started making films in 2015. And apparently you've made 12 short films in both Hong Kong and Britain before this film. And so it's great to have you on board. So welcome aboard, Don.
Yeah, I'm sorry I got late for the miscalculation of the time differences, and just so sorry about that.
No problems at all. It's just great.
Yeah.
Don, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and what caused you to jump onto the dark path of independent filmmaking?
I have been as a journalist for over 2 decades before I just switched my path to filmmakings. It's kind of tired of being a television journalist because television journalism is kind of a showbiz. You know, you have to stand in front of the camera and tell the audience what's going on. But it's kind of like when it has experienced this practice for over 2 decades, you feel like you're being a showbiz person, in front of a camera. So I'm very tired of doing this, and so I just have another dream of telling a story in a cinematic way. So I decided to try, and then I made my first short films in 2015, and then keep making short films as a practice for me to make a feature film in the future. So because making feature film is rather difficult because you need huge funding budget, and but making short films you can control the budget by yourself. Um, uh, but this is important to keep practicing, So I have 6 short films in Hong Kong and collaborating with different actors and cool, so I can learn from them how to direct because I'm not from a film school, so I need to learn through practice how to keep a relationship with the crew and the actors as well, and how to communicate with them in order for them to deliver the story that you write on your script. And suddenly in 2021, I resettled myself in UK, and that is a big change because the whole environment is very different from Hong Kong, and I don't have the usual actors and the crew working with me. I'm in a total new environment. So I have a very anxiety about whether I'm able or not to continue my film makings in Europe because it's the language, the people, and everything is different from Hong Kong. And I'm quite sorry, I'm quite unprepared for that. And so, but I know I want to make my feature film one day when I'm not in Hong Kong. So I find some local actors and local crew, they to work together on another short films, and I keep making this, like a very intensive practice for myself. I made 6 short films in 3 years in
Wow.
UK. Yeah, and um, most of them is social drama, and I like social drama. Most of my short films is about social drama that inspired by real life social events. So in UK, there is a big crisis of cost of living crisis, and um, that inspired me to make some short films to tell a story about that. And finally, long story short, okay, finally, I decided to make my first feature film about Hong Kong, 2 young Hong Kong people. They seek asylum in UK because that is very important story for me to tell as someone from Hong Kong. That means a great deal to me. There's a story that I have to make it happen as my debut, my first feature. So I start a Kickstarter campaign to raise 50,000 UK pounds on Kickstarter by more than 300 people to make that feature film. Of course, 50,000 pounds is not enough for a feature film in UK. So I find friends and my savings put together to have a budget, a very low budget, to make these films happen. And the film is now finished and now screening in film festival. I'm happy to tell you that the film was just received the best feature film in Japan Indie Film Festival. That is a branch of UK's Ring Dance Film Festival. So yesterday, my representative in Japan just received the award for me. So
Well, congratulations, man. That's very well done. Congratulations. And I think this is a great story to other filmmakers out there about, you commit to it, you get some money, and then you get a bit more, and you do this. Let's try and keep it nice and short, but just tell us a little bit about the making of the film. How did you find your actors? How did you find your locations? How long did it take?
Oh, in UK, the filmmaking ecosystem is okay. I think the trailer is playing. You're playing the
Yeah,
trailer.
so but keep talking.
It's okay. Okay. So in UK, I find that the ecosystem of filmmaking is very compete. So you have a lot of online platform for you to find the actors directly, not through their agent. Because when you through an agent as a independent filmmaking, you will face a lot of difficulties or even some more charges on the fee. But if you can reach the actor directly, then you can negotiate with them with a better price, and the price and the chart and the fee will go directly to the actor. So I basically find all the actors through Mandy.com, that is a UK online platform for independent actors. And there are many actors who is so good and from different nationalities. So I basically find their CV on the platform and then contact them for audition, and then I pick them up. And so it's so that is how I find all the actors that account for 80 of them. In my film, there are more than 80 actors, and most of them are local based actors from different nationalities. And the 2 Hong Kong main cast is I have no choice, but because there is not many good Hong Kong actors in UK, so I have to pay for their tickets and pay money for them to fly over from Hong Kong to UK to spend the whole month with the crew to make these films happen.
And so the film took a month to make then, right?
Yes, 25 days. Yeah.
25 days and 80 directors. How come you don't have more gray hair?
Yeah, it's very stressful. I have to tell you, because we are off film, because I would like to share this with you. This is my first feature film. I have no experience at all. Because in the short film, I can be the director, I'm the writer, I'm the cameraman, and I'm the editor. So I have many hats to wear in a short film, but in a feature film, I can't do this anymore. So I am the director, I'm the producer, but I need a very good cameraman, DOP, and the first assistant director. I never have a first assistant director in my short film because I have no big budget. I only have one director, myself, to do everything. But in the feature film, for the first time, I have the first assistant director and the second assistant director. It's the first time. And before that, I think they are kind of redundant, not necessary. That was what I think before the shooting. But people ask me, you should have one, at least one first assistant director. So I pick up first assistant director who is also a filmmaker in UK. And then I find out it's super stressful on set. In the end, I have to be very thankful for this first assistant director. Without him, this film is not possible. He shared all of the hard work for me, all the administration work for me, all the on-set management for me, and let me to be focused on the story.
They're very important people to have on set, that's for sure. Just
Yeah.
one thing, I know there would have been many challenges in those 25 days, but was there one major challenge that you just went, my goodness gracious me, how am I going to get out of this?
There are many challenges moment. And one of them is because we are low budget, and then sometimes we work very late until 2 or 3 o'clock because all of us want to finish all the scenes within that day. Otherwise, we don't have time to continue, although we do. So and after that finished, it was the middle of the night, and we have to take another hour drive to the hotel, in the dark, in the highway. And as a director, as the leader, I really worry their life, because it's dark and late, and people are sleepy, and they still need to go back to hotel for 1 hour drive. And so when I get to the hotel, when I don't see everybody is there, I really worry to death. Until they all come back, I can go to sleep. Yeah.
Nice.
And continue for almost every day. I just want to get out of this situation myself. I say, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm risking everybody's life to make a film. If something happened, oh my God,
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, it's really stressful.
that's the leader's job, and particularly as a film director, you're responsible for all of the crew, for the film, everything. There's a lot of responsibility there. I'm going to pass this over to Rodrigo, who's the festival manager, and he's going to get some of the ECU crew to ask you some questions. Okay, Rodrigo.
Perfect. So we'll start with Alexandra.
Hello, nice to meet you. I have a question. You mentioned before that when you were working on your short movies, you never had a first assistant director. Could you tell me how you managed all of this by yourself? Because you also said that you were an editor and the cameraman and the director and the producer all in one. How did you manage to do it? Because I'm really impressed.
Yeah, that is when I have the short film, not feature film, not possible, only on short film. Because I'm a photographer myself, I'm a photojournalist as well. So I very skillful on camera, and I love taking pictures and taking videos. So I always want to hold the camera for myself to tell the story as a director. And I always believe that I know the camera or the angle the best because the story is written by myself. So I know what I want to see on the camera. So that's how I managed to do it. And also that for economic point of view, I can keep my budget low, and because budget is everything to make a film happen. As a filmmaker, you understand very well that the biggest obstacles for you to make a film is not creativity. I believe that all of you are very talented. You have story to tell, but it's the money that stop you doing this. So if you can lower the budget, like I don't hire the DOP, I don't then I can do it by myself. I remove another obstacle, and then I get closer to my dream. You know, I don't need to asking somebody to help me, or so I can finish. So I'm lucky that because I'm a photographer too. So I have the gears, and I have everything to make the film. I need to hire a lighting guy, the grapper. I need to hire the sound recorder because sound is so important. Okay, so if I don't have much budget, if I only have a chance or only have the budget to hire someone with me, I will hire the sound man. Sound man is so important. Sound is so sound man with me, that's enough. If I have extra money, I hire a lighting guy because light is the second most important thing. And then so that makes the budget as low as you can and can achieve your dream. The short film is only the stepstone for me. It's not my destination. My destination is feature film. So I understand that. So short film is the way I practice, and I know very well about that. So I try to keep, low budget in order not to stop me from doing filmmaking. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And how did you manage to stay organized on set if you were taking care of all the creative decisions back in time when you were doing the short movies? How did you manage to stay organized and not to do overtime and stick to your schedule if you were doing all of this alone?
Yeah, you need to be a very organized person in mind on your head, even this under very stressful situation, and you have to be a very decisive person, like when it's getting dark and you have still 2 scenes of daytime going to be finished, but it's getting dark and you don't have budget to come back tomorrow, then what can you do? So because I'm the writer, I write a story, so I have to change the story right on the spot in order to catch the night, and then don't make the story, compete. So that is a kind of as a director, as a writer, you need to be flexible sometimes. Yeah, solve the problem right away, not just hanging there. Yeah, because you're the storyteller, you can change the story, right? Anytime, according to the situation. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Good luck.
Perfect. Our last question comes from Alex.
Hello, thank you. I had a question for you. I was wondering because you said you were a journalist before, and the film talks about events that we can see happening in the world right now. Were you able to use anything from your journalism career, or did you find that filmmaking was completely different?
Yeah, it's completely different. Yeah, because journalist is telling real life story, but cinema can tell fiction. Something never happened, but you make people feel that really happened, right? So as a journalist background, it helps me to do research. So in my film, if you have a chance to watch No Time for Goodbye, according to some audience, their feedback, they feel like they are watching a documentary. Things are so real, and I think that is because that's come from journalist, journalistic background. I do extensive research, and that is also the most favorite part of my filmmaking. That I can do extensive research, like interview people, go on research online or on documents, even government official documents, and uh, to find out the facts before writing the script. And I always want things, because I'm making social drama. So sometimes fact is very important as fiction. So I think the important part is research. And second part is, as a journalist, I used to talk to different people, strangers. So it's very helpful for me to communicate with the actors as well, because most of the actors, the first time I met. So it's very good for me to communicate with them.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Scott. We're going back to you.
Okay, I'm going to bring Pilot back onto the screen because you may not have heard, Don, but the Pilot did an amazing film called Curse or Wish. A wonderful, wonderful, poignant, very subtle, delicate film from Cambodia. Pilot, how does it feel hearing somebody who had 28 days to shoot and you only had 2? So yeah, Don, Pilot did a short film, but it took him only 2 days and 2 nights to shoot, and he had a 9-year-old girl on set.
Oh,
So
really? Is
I
that a
think
feature
that
film or short film?
Short film, just a short
Short
film.
film.
Within 20 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
so he shot the film in 2 days and 2 nights with like 3 main actors, a young girl, and but he took 7 months to edit it. How long did it take you to edit your film, Don?
I think it's 2 months.
Wow, Jesus, man, you move quick. You don't get any sleep at all, right?
Yeah, 2 months. I have a strong urge to go to the editing process after finish the film. Yeah. And I like to edit myself, and that is the first time I edit by such a long film. And it's different. It's very different from editing a short film. But it's amazed that I heard that Pilot you take 7 months to edit your short film, and yeah, I love to watch that. It must be a very, very good piece. Yeah.
It really is a great film.
Yeah.
Beautifully shot and edited, and very subtle and very delicate and great. And Pilot will be at the festival in Cambodia, so he'll definitely see your film. So maybe we can hook you two guys up to.
I would love to do that, because I have a second script coming up that is about Cambodia, about
so nice.
the most dark years of Cambodia during the Khmer Rouge era.
Oh, okay.
So,
I see.
I'm looking for collaboration with Cambodian filmmakers. If you are interested, please connect us up. So
We'll connect both you guys
Yeah,
as
yeah.
soon as.
Of course.
And I'll come
because
up.
I'm thinking, because Cambodia, I've been in Cambodia in 1992 as a very young student. But now Cambodia, I don't know, is this safe to make a film? So I have lots of big questions to ask you as a local people and local filmmakers. That would be great. Yeah.
And I'll come over and DP your film for you, Don.
Sorry.
I'll come over and DP your film for you because I love Cambodia a great deal.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great. DP, because the film already have a DP on board.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but we can think, other positions you feel comfortable.
Good.
I see.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up very soon, but I'm gonna, I've got a room full of very talented, creative young people here. Many of them want to be filmmakers, even though I keep telling them it's a very dark and difficult path, very rewarding one, but very dark and difficult. If you had a couple of short sentences of advice that you could give them, what would it be? I'll start with you first, Pilot.
May I have a question again?
Yeah, if you had to give these clever young things here some advice, just very short bits of advice, what would you give them?
So first thing for a new filmmaker is like the desire of love or film loving. So first they need to love film the most, and second they have to learn. I think at least they need to go to the school or short course or something, because I think film also have a formula. We need to show something very critical or something. So to avoid something wrong, like you have to go to school and to learn more about the structure. Especially we need to show something real, like reels into our films, or at least we show knowledge. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and Don?
I talk about many difficulties in filmmaking, stressful situations, but as a young filmmakers, I would suggest you try to be a good writer as well. Write down your story and write your own script and direct your own stories as well. Don't wait for someone to give you the script and give you the chance. So find a story that truly matters to you, like that is your baby. You will take care of the baby to growth to adult. Many years, you will not give up. So the story is very important, because once you start the story and make it to be a film, you have too many years to take care of it. Like, for example, No Time for Goodbye, starting from story to script to funding to finding crews and actors and production and shooting and then editing and then screening in a festival and then trying to find a distributor to the cinema, that would take at least 3 to 5 years. So if you don't like the story, you have to be with that ugly story with you for 5 or 10 or 12 years, and you will last there forever. Even in the end of your life, the story, the film will be still there. So you must find a story that you really love. You will never give up, whatever what. So that is so important from the beginning, that the story you fall in love totally, 120%. Otherwise, you cannot have the energy or the passion to go through this timeline for 3 or 5 or 10 or 12 years. This so long. Now I'm looking at my baby, No Time for Goodbye. I see it as a very nice baby, and I'm still falling in love with this baby, and I will be with it, all the way, to 20, 50 years. So that is so important. So you must write down your story, write your script. Don't ask someone to write for you. That must be your own story, and direct the story by yourself. That is because in the very beginning, in 2015, when I tried to be a filmmaker, I have a misunderstanding that I need a good script writer to write my story. So I pay a huge price to someone in a television station to write a story for me. And I totally regret about that, because the story is not something I want, not something I want to tell, not something I want to make. So I learn, and then from that time, I I pay a lot of money and that's gone. And I drop the script in the rubbish bin, and then I go online to learn how to write a script, how to write dialogue. I go online. I download all the Oscar winning script online. You can find it on Google, Oscar winning script. They're all there. So you can see how this Oscar winning script is written. So you can see the format and the tone and the style they are written. So you learn how to write, and then you can direct your story. Yeah.
I have another thing to add on. As a new filmmaker, we need to watch a lot of film. So yeah. If you want to develop your style, your idea, we must watching a lot of movie. Watch and watch and watch. Yeah.
And I will add on to that. I think that you watch a lot of films, but you don't go and just watch every film that's in the cinema now. Go back historically. Watch some Orson Welles films, watch some Charlie Chaplin films, watch some things of historical value, because it's going to steep into your mind and make you better. Going into the cinema now and watching 100 Marvel films is not going to make you a great filmmaker.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's great advice. You don't become a master of filmmaking unless you know the history of filmmaking. I'm 100% sure about that. Gentlemen, it's been fabulous. There's a couple of things that I wrote down. Getting closer to your dream. I love what you said about that, Don. Our dream is to tell our stories up on a big screen like this, and making films is about, being a film director is about putting the right picture and sound in the right place to create an emotional response. And both of your films do that. There's one other thing I'll point out to the clever young things here is research. People think you don't need to research. You need to research anything. You need to, I'm sure in your case, Pilot, you researched, mental health and what it does and stuff like that. It's a very important part of filmmaking, I believe, is research. Anyway, it's been a true pleasure. I'm just going to give a little plug to the festival now that you guys are competing in. On the Sunday night, we'll be up on stage presenting Asia's Best Independent Film and Asia's Best Independent Film Director 2025, and you guys are in competition for it. So just as we go out now, I'm just going to play a little trailer. I want to thank all of the crew, Rodrigo, Alex, and all the rest of the guys and girls that have put this through. So we'll go out with the trailer about the festival that's happening in a couple of weeks' time. Okay, chaps, thank you very much. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you.